Yo, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Desta District. And today is my birthday. It's October 2nd, which is AKA the day I came in this world. And, when it's my birthday, I always feel a type of way. Like, I reflect and I look at the good and the bad, the progress made and, also lessons learned, which I feel like is so crucial. I feel like I really recommend everybody does that every year. It's like a check-in, like, how are you doing? And I have a lot to do in this life, and I'm in my mid-20s right now, and all I kind of pray for is to make sure that every year gets better and better, because I know that I'm capable of so much in this life. And so the only job I have at hand right now is making sure that I'm happy and making sure that I'm able to live up to, the expectation that I have out of my life that I set in my own mind, So I'm hoping by sharing these lessons with you all, you can take it and implement it into your own life. And then, we grow together. That's the whole point of this channel, is to grow as a human. And from you all watching this growth, you can implement the same things and grow with me, and we just all grow together. You know what I'm saying? Very simple to understand. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. So guys, number one, you've got to absolutely keep God first. There's nothing that comes before your relationship with God. Don't act in ways of this world, right? That is the last thing you want to do. You don't want to get too caught up in everything that you see. That is the biggest thing that I'm just great at, is looking around and just not getting caught up in the way the world is, because it's not even correct. You have to follow the word of God. That is where you find light. That is where you find true clarity. So that is number one before anything. Number two, the reason I'm so passionate about talking about mindset and helping people strengthen their mindset, and me strengthening my mindset, is because, believe it or not, your mindset controls your entire reality. So if your mind isn't right, your reality won't be right. So life is literally a mind game. It's all a mind game. Everything you see in front of you is really in your mind. There's this picture that you can always see on the internet. It's two guys on a bus. One guy's looking at the wall, and then one guy's looking at everything that there is. And it really was shaped by their perspectives. And the reason that person looking at the outside was so happy is because he was thinking of all the possibilities, right? And the guy looking at the wall felt stuck, felt like there was no options, saw nothing in front of him. That's what the picture symbolizes, right? So those two people, right? The difference between one guy being happy and the other guy being sad. Oh, well, there's a plane. Hold on, wait for the plane to go past. The reason that one guy was happy is because of his mindset, right? The guy who was looking at all the opportunities and everything out there, and the guy who was looking at the wall was sad because his mindset. That was the only thing, really blocking the two and separating the two was their mindsets. There wasn't actually a physical wall there. He put the wall there with his mind. And I feel like it's so easy to do that in life. So don't ever limit yourself. Don't be your worst enemy. Be your best friend. You need your mind to be your best friend. If you don't use your mind correctly, it will be your biggest enemy. A lot of people think they have enemies. No one really has any enemies, right? The biggest enemy you might have is your own mind, or your best friend that you might ever have is also your mind. So that is number two. Your mind is everything. Number three, the faster you gain clarity is the faster you can win, And I feel like it's very hard to gain actual clarity in a world of distractions. It's actually very hard, You have this person over here doing TikTok dances. You have that person over here playing video games for a living. You have that person over there joined the military. You have this person over here at New York Fashion Week. You have that person over there making a food channel. There's so many different things going on. You need to ask yourself, who are you? And that's all that matters. It's who you are. Nobody else matters. That's the whole point of everything. Like it's you who matters. Your mind specifically is what controls everything. So your mind matters the most. Clarity. You need to get clarity as fast as possible, because that's the hardest thing to get. Once you get clarity, that's the faster you can progress. So it's very hard. I'm still working on it myself, and I've spent time trying to get clarity, on what I'm meant to be doing with my life. What is my life's purpose? Because I know my purpose in life is large. I have a large purpose in life, and it has to do with this. I know I have a clue that it has to do with this. Helping people gain clarity might be my own purpose, and yeah, so that is like one of the biggest things. Like, get clarity, journal, sort out your mind, because if you don't have a sorted out mind and you don't gain clarity, you're going to be walking around the earth super confused with everything that you do. So the goal is to gain clarity as fast as humanly possible, right? And that's something we'll work on together. You know what I'm saying? I don't have everything clear in my mind. I'm still figuring it out myself, and I know that I have to spend time getting clarity. So some people don't even know they have to spend time like getting clarity on what it is exactly they want, or have like a good understanding, and that's like the hardest thing, because if you don't have that clarity, I'm telling you, you're gonna end up just wasting a ton of time. So save yourself the time, save yourself the hassle, save yourself the feeling of being lost, and be very intentional and get clarity with everything that you do, right? Intention and clarity, they're synonymous. They go hand in hand. So I recommend that you do that at all costs. Number 4, you also need to have a strong why. Because if you don't have a strong why, you'll break at the easiest step of any process to winning, right? So for an example, right, say an athlete really wants to go to the NBA, but he doesn't really know why he wants to go to the NBA. When he goes to practice and they're asking 120% out of him, he's not going to give 120% because he doesn't know why, right? But if you know your why, and this translates to everything in life, everything, like if you have a strong why, you'll be able to break anything that gets in your way. So, for me, I love the idea of having financial freedom for me and my family, right? That's my why. My why is also, helping people in my community, helping every single person I come in contact with, right? Because, that's what we should be doing as humans. We should be helping the next person that we know, if, obviously if their intentions are good. A lot of people, some people don't have good intentions. Like, that's just what it is. Doesn't mean you have to help them. But the people who are really counting on you, and they're great people, be there for them. You don't have to be that for everybody. I'm talking about the people you directly know, or people you've come across who are just like you. It's okay to help people in your community that really rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here helping everybody. Not everybody deserves it, like I said, but the people who rock with you, the people who that if you put some time into them and invest in them, they're gonna help you. Show up for those people, but never at the expense of yourself. You are first. You need to put yourself first in every situation, because at the end of the day, all you have is yourself, right? Like, I have great friends. I would say I have great friends. There's a ton of people out there in the world who probably are still waiting to meet me, right? Because that's another illusion about life. Like, we don't know all the people who would like us, because there's 7 billion people out there. So, we'll never meet all the people who would actually like us, right? I might know a few hundred people. I might know a few thousand. You might know a few thousand. This world has 7 billion people, so not everyone even knows us, right? Your best friend, if you were to line up with everyone in the world and see who you like the best, the person that you might like the best might be some person in China right now who has never met you. That's the beauty of just living, and connecting with humans. There's a human out there who would love everything you have to say. That's the whole reason I'm starting to put more videos out there, because I know that people will gravitate towards my message, and I don't know what type of friends I would make from this, or like connections, or people, that are just out there who were waiting to connect with me, right? That's the whole beauty of like using social media the correct way. Number 5 is protecting your time at all costs. Look, as humans, time is the most expensive thing that we own. You can always get more money. You can never buy back your time. We're all fighting for our time. That's why we want financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom. Those are the 3 freedoms in life, right? So it's so important to like preserve your time. Don't give your time out for free, right? A lot of people want to waste your time. There's a lot of things out there that are set to waste your time. Don't let it happen. You have that obligation to protect your time. Shield your time. Your time is something you will never get back. So fight for it. Keep all the time you can have and allocate it towards things that are gonna return tenfold. Don't waste your time hanging out every weekend. Don't waste your time talking to people who don't even really like you. Don't waste your time, in a job you don't really like or aren't passionate about. We got a short amount of time on this planet, so use your time correctly, right? That's another big one. All of these are huge. Like, if you could implement all of this into your life, you're gonna see a huge 180, and wherever you're at, if you implement everything I'm saying right now into your life, you're gonna see your life improve very fast. 6, you can literally do whatever you want to do as long as you have a strong sense of self. Like, really understand yourself, because once you start to understand yourself, you start to like mute out all this other noise that there is. There's so much noise everywhere, a lot of it, and your job is to ignore it at all costs, because it goes with the principle beforehand, which is making sure that you're protecting your time, right? If you protect your time and also know yourself very well, you know exactly what you should be doing, why you should be doing it, when you should be doing it. You know what I'm saying? So all this goes hand in hand if you really pay attention. It's all one ecosystem. Number 7, become as adaptable as possible, right? So in terms of being adaptable, that means to be able to respond to things on the fly, right? If something changes, you can come with a new solution, right? Because things always change. Nothing's ever certain in life. There's like almost no certainty with most things in life. So you have to be adaptable and able to change. Something hard happens, don't let it crush you. Don't let anything crush you. Matter of fact, like, do not let anything ever crush you or consume you or have you in a dark spot, because I believe in you. You're so strong, and I want you to understand how strong you actually are. That's the whole point of this channel. I want you to understand how strong you actually are, because once you realize how strong you are, how powerful you are, and how you have the power to cultivate any reality from where you're currently at, you'll start to look at life different. You need to recognize your power. So guys, this is another point I learned, and I kind of spoke about it earlier, but don't compare yourself. Like I said, I gave you that example of like, this person's doing that, this person's doing this. You're in your own lane. You're your own person. There's no other you on the planet. I know that about myself too. Like, there's literally no other person like me. I know that. There's no other person like you too. You're very unique. I'm very unique. We're both very unique people. So we have to act like it, right? Don't compare. There's nothing to compare about. It's cool to get inspiration from people, right? There's so many people to get inspiration from. There's people doing amazing things out there. Don't compare. You can add things that you see out there to your own life, but you shouldn't be comparing. I see so many people in competition with other people. It's so whack. You're not competing with anyone. You're competing with your mind. That's who you're really competing with. Your mind. If you can fix your mind, like I said, your mind is the reason for everything right now. If you're in a bad situation, it's because of your mind. If you're in a good situation, it's also because of your mind. Your mind is the whole game. There's nothing else. There's no people to compare to. It's all internal. Life is internal. That's the whole message of this video. Life is internal. There's no person anywhere. Really, it's all here. If you win this and I win this, we'll do whatever we want. Get as far as we want. So again, no one to compare to. I see it all the time. People say it all the time. Like, I have a problem, with social media because I'm comparing. I hear that all the time. Like, people say that. I never say that because I don't feel like that. I don't really look at everyone like care. Like, I don't care. I'm just me. I know I'm me. There's no one really to compare to. Do I think people are doing cool things? Yes, there's people doing some amazing things. But don't compare. You're the only you. There will never be another me. There will never be another you. Remember that. The only way you're going to win in life is conquering the task directly in front of you. You're in your own lane. A straight lane. People are in their own other lanes. If you start looking at your next lane, and it's not your lane, it's the next lane, the thing that's coming at you is going to crush you. Think of it like you're hopping over things in your lane, or you're trying to get over things, right? Or you're trying to break things that are in your way, obstacles. You have different obstacles. Like, life is like that. If you start looking at the other lane, this obstacle is going to come at you and crush you. That's how it is. Look straight in your lane and take on each task at hand, right? Break through from each task at hand. That's your assignment. Your assignment is not to compare yourself to any human. People doing amazing things. That comparison game doesn't even end. You know what I'm saying? There's so many crazy things going on right now. Does that have to do with me? No. I'm right here, right now. My birthday is today. It was at 12:15 p.m. That was it. There's no one else. I'm unique. I'm now doing this video on my birthday. Like, I have my own experience right now. Someone else has their own experience right now. That's why you can't compare. Everyone's just doing something different. It's you versus you. It truly is that. Number 9, just start. Whatever it is that you want to do, just start. Don't be intimidated and trying to figure out the perfect plan, because the truth is, the perfect plan to anything never comes. You get experience by starting something. So if there's something you feel like you've been putting off for a long time, you need to just start and go. Learn as you go. I'm a firm believer in that. Just learn as you go, because if you sit around trying to cultivate the perfect plan, nothing's ever gonna unfold for you. You get experience by just starting. So literally right after you get this off this video, whatever you've been thinking about, you've been wanting to start it today. That's the present I want from you all for my birthday. Start whatever was in your way, or start whatever you were thinking about for too long today. Don't wait. Get that thing done. Get rid of procrastination. Number 10, and this brings everything together. You are the superhero in your movie. You're the superhero. There's no one coming to save you. Nobody cares. No one can really do anything for you. You are saving yourself and bringing yourself to the best reality that you can possibly live. You are the Batman in your story. I'm the Batman in my story. There's no one that can do something for me. Whenever I have a problem, I know how to tackle it. Whenever things get hard, I know I have to step up to the plate and get that thing done, right? There's nobody there. No one cares, first of all, right? Because everyone is selfish. Most of the time, people care about like whatever they have going on. No one cares directly on what's on your plate. You are the superhero. So if there's anything you need to change, right? As soon as something came to your mind when I said that, that is the thing you need to focus on today. There's no other superhero. There's one Batman in everyone's life, and it's themselves. I'm the Batman in my life. There's no one who can save me or help me or do anything. When things get hard, I am the one I have to look to. And that's like what has made me like most proud about myself, right? Like, I feel like I'm generally growing as a human being every single day. And I feel like it's because I took on that superhero role in my own life. Like, I'm the superhero, I'm the Batman. Like, if I'm not feeling great, I just say, hey, you know what would Batman do? Oh wait, I am Batman. And then just step up to the plate. That's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You're the superhero. If you're a woman, you're the superwoman. You know? Like, if you're a man, Superman, superhero, superwoman, whatever you want to, just you're the hero. Just know that. There's nobody. Look at this Gotham behind me. You got Gotham City. You know what I'm saying? Like, people call LA Gotham. I feel like it is Gotham vibes for sure. But I'm the superhero. Something goes down in my reality, I gotta go save it. And you can do the same thing. You need to do the same thing, or else nothing will ever get better. Right? So these are just like some of the most important lessons I've learned, like up until now. You know, I'm in my mid-20s, so I really want to make sure that, you know, I make from now till infinity, like till the time I'm done on earth, as great as possible. And I don't think I've reached my peak yet. I don't think I'm at my best yet. I don't feel like it. But I know that I'm getting better as a human, and I know I can take it way further. And you should always feel like that. You should never feel like you've reached your, you know, max, right? But I promise you guys, if you take all this that I've learned during my time on this planet and implement it into your life, literally today, your life will change by tomorrow latest. It'll change so fast. I wish I knew all these things very early. Maybe my life would be different now, right? So be present, accept this moment as what it is, take those lessons, implement them into your life, and let's go. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next time.